Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Western, and welcome to one of the most favorite shows of mine every year, the Red Angus Pin Show down here in the yards. As we begin our show today, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the gentleman that will be evaluating your cattle, Mr. Seth Leachman from Toronto, South Dakota. Of course, Seth Leachman, the Leachman family, is no stranger to the livestock industry, but Seth received his bachelor's degree in animal science at Colorado State University. Of course, the Leachman family history started back with Ankeny Farms in New York, moved on to Leachman Cattle Company in Billings, Montana, where they sold 2,500 bulls annually. Currently, Seth and his family live in Toronto, South Dakota, and he works at Burwald Red Angus, where they sell 100 bulls annually. And they just set the breed record, selling a Red Angus heifer calf at the North Dakota Red Select sale for $170,000. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome my good friend, Mr. Seth Leachman from Toronto, South Dakota, to evaluate our Red Angus. Well, we have a single entry this year in our Red Angus Female Pin Show, and it comes from Bar S Ranch in Paradise, Kansas. Their first entry is Bar S Pride 4053. This is a May 3rd daughter of Bieber Spartan E639. She weighed 715 pounds with a WDA of 2.73. Bar S Ranch, established in 1900, has their annual bull and female sale March 14th, 2025 on the ranch in Paradise, Kansas. They'll be selling 125 Angus, Red Angus, and Charolais bulls, along with 150 registered and commercial females. The second member of this pen is Bar S Copper Lass 4054. This is a April 23rd daughter of Bieber Spartan E639. She weighed 680 pounds and had a WDA of 2.50. Hey, bull exhibitors, we're going to break and take a picture with the Bar S pen before we go into our bull show. Just you guys don't have to get in a big hurry. And the third and final member of the pen of three Red Angus females, again, these are all April and May heifer calves from Bar S Ranch, Paradise, Kansas. This is Bar S Samette 4110. She is an April 25th daughter of Bieber Spartan, E639. She had a weight of 795 with a WDA of 2.94. This pen had an average weight of 730 pounds. She's wanting to go back to Paradise. With a WDA of 2.72. She probably don't have this soft to ground in Paradise. Again, this is your pen of 3 Red Angus April and May heifer calves, all sired, all half sisters, sired by Beaver Spartan E639 with an average pen weight of 730 and an average WDA of 2.72.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the opportunity to come down here to the stock show and judge your pen show, and then I'm fortunate enough tomorrow to be able to go up and judge your junior show for the Red Angus tomorrow as well. Just one entry here in the heifer class. It's nice to see, 3 heifers come out, all paternal sisters. There's 2 heifers in here that are very, very similar. The middle heifer, you maybe want to stouten her up just a little bit like the other 2, but the heifers are all sound, very good-footed, heifers that stride out really well, take a big step. The data on the heifers is good. I like the kind that they are, the volume that they have through their rib cage. You get behind them, these 2 heifers on each end are very stout and wide-based, big-topped. Just a nice pen and a nice job by these exhibitors for bringing this set of heifers out. They'll be your champion pen as well, but let's give them a nice round of applause. Thank you.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, your champion pen of 3 females, which could have stood a lot of competition, by the way, is going to be your pen of 3 females from Bar S Ranch, Paradise, Kansas. Congratulations. Again, that pen had an average weight of 730 pounds with a WDA of 2.72. Guys, we're going to stop and take a picture real quick, and then we'll begin our pen of 3 Red Angus Bull Show.
10 or 11 in the open. Dead. Well, have a safe trip home. Yep, you too. Yep. We're ready.
Okay, as we begin our pin bull show, our first pin comes to you from Frank Family Genetics in Chapel, Nebraska. And this first entry from entry 885 is FFG Propulsion 4065. This is a February 2nd son of BB Propulsion 9096. It's bull weight 1185 with a WDA of 3.36. Frank Family Genetics has been breeding Red Angus cattle since 2016. Their annual bull sale is set for February 17th, 2025, and will be held right at the ranch in Lodgepole, Nebraska. They will be selling 125 Angus and Red Angus bulls. Again, this is your pin of 3. January, February, and March bull calves in this class from Frank Family Genetics, Chapel, Nebraska. The second member of this pin is FFG Empire 4154. He is a February 14th son of Bar H Empire 1046. His calf weighed 985 with a WDA of 2.89. And the third and final member of our pin from Frank Family Genetics is FFG Propulsion 4049. This is a January 29th son of BB Propulsion 9096. And this calf weighed 1050 with a WDA of 2.94. And he is also a full brother to the first member of this pen. So 2 full brothers in this pen. Once again, be with the Frank family as they will be hosting their annual bull sale again on February 17th, 2025 at the ranch in Lodgepole, Nebraska, where they will be offering 125 breeding age Angus and Red Angus bulls. This pen from Frank Family Genetics had an average weight of 1023 with a WDA of 3.06. The next pen of bulls comes to us from 6 Mile Red Angus Limited in Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan, Canada. The first bull in this pen, this is entry 887. This is 6 Mile Cold Open 76M. This is a February 1st son of 6 Mile Cold Open 82K. This calf weighed 1,230 pounds with a WDA of 3.47. Six Mile Ranch is a 5th generation family owned and operated ranch near Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan, Canada. 6 Mile currently runs 550 red and black Angus females. They will be hosting their 50th annual bull sale and celebration on April 5th at the ranch. They will be offering 150 red Angus, black Angus, and Simmental bulls, along with 50 replacement females. Please make plans to join 6 Mile on April 5th at the ranch in Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan for their 50th annual bull and female sale. The second member of the 6 Mile pen is 6 Mile Long Haul 264M. This is a March 1st son of Pi Long Haul 1344. This calf weighed 1220 with a WDA of 3.75. And the third and final member of the pen of 3 January, February, and actually an early March bull in this pen is 6 Mile Red Angus, 6 Mile Mr. Wick, 71M. This is a January 31st son of 6 Mile John Wick, 882E. This calf weighed 1,215 pounds with a WDA of 3.42. This pen had an average weight of 1222 with a WDA of 3.54. Again, this is your pen of 3 Red Angus bulls from 6 Mile Red Angus Limited, Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan, Canada. Our next pen of bulls is coming to you from K&M Angus and S Diamond Angus, Henderson, Nebraska. The first bull in this pen is KDS Ghost Rider 418. He is a February 6th son of KDS Red Baron 111. This calf weighed 1,075 pounds with a WDA of 3.08. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you each down to the S Diamond Angus pen, which is located in pen 608. S Diamond Angus is a first-generation purebred operation founded in 1989 with a Red Angus heifer from their black herd. S Diamond is somewhat unique in that nearly all of their cows go back to 5 to 7 generations with their prefix. The bulls represented here today are all sires by home-raised bulls. These bulls, along with their herd mates, will sell on March 1st on the ranch near Henderson, Nebraska. Their motto is "In pursuit of excellence, where the only extreme we pursue is extremely well-balanced cattle." They try to produce cattle that excel in the feed yard, on the grid, and leave behind females that can survive and excel on large amounts of low-quality forages. Feel free to come visit them about their pen of cattle, again in pen 608. The second member of this pen is KMS Summit 417. This is a February 6th son of KDS Red Baron 111. This calf weighed 1,050 pounds with a WDA of 3.01. And the third and final member of our pen of 3 Red Angus bulls from K&M Angus and S Diamond Angus from Henderson, Nebraska is KDS Powerhouse 403. This is a January 27th son of KMS Maximus 216. This bull weighed 1,150 pounds with a WDA of 3.20. This pen had an average weight of 1,092 pounds with a WDA of 3.10. Again, this is your pen of 3 Red Angus bulls from K&M Angus and S Diamond Angus, Henderson, Nebraska. Again, this is your pen of 3 purebred Red Angus bulls from K&M Angus and S Diamond Angus, Henderson, Nebraska. This pen, again, had an average weight of 1,092 pounds and a WDA of 3.10. And our final pen today is exhibited again by 6 Mile Red Angus Limited in Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan. We want to thank our friends from north of the border for bringing 2 pens of Red Angus to the National Western. This is pen 889. This is the first member of this pen is 6 Mile GGA Mr. Wick 31M. This is a January 23rd son of 6 Mile John Wick 882E. This bull weighed 1,285 pounds with a WDA of 3.54. Again, 6 Mile Ranch, located in Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan, Canada, is a 5th-generation family-owned and operated ranch. They currently run 550 red and black Angus mama cows and will be hosting their 50th annual bull and celebration on April 5th at the ranch. They will be offering 150 red and black Angus bulls along with a few Simmental bulls and 50 replacement females. The second member of this pen is 6 Mile Mr. Wick 27M. He is a January 23rd son of 6 Mile John Wick 882E. This calf weighed 1,280 pounds with a WDA of 3.53. The second member of the second pin from 6 Mile is, or I guess the third member, is 6 Mile Long Haul 133M. This is a February 10th son of Pi Long Haul 1344. This calf weighed 1,285 pounds with a WDA of 3.72. This pen of bulls from 6 Mile Ranch had an average weight of 1,285 pounds with a WDA of 3.60. Again, this is your pen of 3 purebred Red Angus bulls from 6 Mile Red Angus Limited, Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Bring him back out.
Okay, we will give our friends from north of the border a chance to capture these bulls on that last pin, and then we'll bring all 4 of these pins back out for our judge, Mr. Seth Leachman, to put a final evaluation on.
Are you guys going to set up in the middle? Yeah. Are you going to set up against the panel? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it that way. Yeah.
Okay, so from your right to left, the pin on your right will be the pin from 6 Mile Ranch, Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan. Next to them is the pin from K&M Angus and S Diamond Angus, Henderson, Nebraska. The next pin will be the first pin from 6 Mile Red Angus, Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan. And the pin on the far left, on your far left, is the pin from Frank Family Genetics, Chapel, Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together. What an impressive set of Red Angus bulls that our exhibitors brought to us to the National Western. Once again, our friends from the Frank Family Genetics will be hosting their annual bull sale on February 17th this year at the ranch in Lodgepole, Nebraska. The next pen from 6 Mile, of course, they will be hosting their 50th annual bull sale on April 5th at the ranch in Fir Mountain, Saskatchewan. And then our friends from K&M Angus and S Diamond Ranch, they will be hosting their annual sale, and I believe that is March 1st, if I remember right reading this. Let me find it in the profile here. Yes, March 1st. That will be at the ranch in Henderson, Nebraska. And then, of course, on the other end, on this far end, again, our second pen from 6 Mile. Ladies and gentlemen, again, before our judge makes his comments and makes his selection in our Penn Bull Show, let's give one more round of applause to my good friend, Mr. Seth Leachman, Toronto, South Dakota, for evaluating our Red Angus cattle today.
Well, thank you, Kent, and thank you to the National Western for having me here to judge your Red Angus Penn Show. You know, I have a passion for these cattle, and it's nice to see a really great set of bulls out here. You know, and as you look down the line, there's some differences, but there's not a bad bull in here that I saw. Structurally, the cattle are very sound. They're good-footed. You know, the ground's a little soft in here, so some of it's a little hard to tell, but, you know, from what I can tell, the cattle are good all the way to the ground. You know, there's differences in performance and weight per day of age. You know, as I look at these pens, and you look at a pen show, you want the bulls to be consistent, you know, similar in type and kind, and match up well, and I think these bulls all do it really well. As we start with the first class, or the first pen here on the left, these are really stout-ended bulls. You get behind them, they got a lot of shape. There's one bull in particular in here that's really powerful, high-performing, heavy-muscled. With that, he gets a little bit heavier up through his front end, but you got to appreciate the muscle and power that he's showing you right now. The other two calves are very similar in their kind, very typey, very attractive made bulls. Our second class here, very consistent here. These dark red bulls are pretty flashy. When you get them out here on the side profile, when you get behind them, they're all very consistent in their make and kind. I really like the structure of these bulls. Testicle development looks really good. Just a super set of bulls right there in your second group. In the third group here, again, these bulls are very consistent in their kind. You know, they're don't have quite the weight per day of age as a couple of the other bulls classes or pens of bulls in this class, but when you evaluate these bulls, they're all kind of the same kind. When you look at their data, you got to appreciate the carcass values that they have, and I like the length of these bulls and how these bulls get out and move, and they're easy and free moving kind of calves. The fourth pen, big power bulls here on the end, rugged, stout. You've got to appreciate the volume and muscle shape that they have. Very attractive and eye appealing when you get them out on the profile. And again, super sound and move out good. A very consistent pen. So all four of these pens did a great job exhibiting these bulls. Let's give them a nice round of applause. We'll select your champions.
and selected as your grand champion. Pen of 3 Red Angus bulls goes to our friends north of the border, 6 Mile Ranch Angus Limited, Firm Mountain, Saskatchewan, Canada. Congratulations, fellas.
Thank you.
And your reserve champion pen of 3 Angus bulls, again from 6 Mile Ranch Angus Limited, Firm Mountain, Saskatchewan. Guys, that concludes, Seth, go ahead and place your third and fourth.
Third will be the third group. Fourth will be the first group.
Third goes to the Frank Family Genetics.
No.
Oh, third goes to K&M Angus, Henderson, Nebraska. And fourth goes to the Frank family from Chapel. Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to go back into the alleys, back into the pens. If you'd like to come out here and see these bulls, I encourage you to go visit with these breeders and get a chance to pick their brains about the cow families they're out of. What a great set of Red Angus bulls. It's been my pleasure to be here to announce for you. We're going to go back and take pictures now, but we invite you back next year to the National Western and look forward to a great year of marketing these Red Angus genetics throughout the year.